talk a lot about how Wonka seeps into our daily lives and how you get it kind of everywhere. It's getting to the point. I got an ad yesterday. Not yesterday. A few days ago. I got an ad for the Golden Ticket Sniff Co. perfume. I saw a photo of some people drinking from flower teacups, and I was like, oh no, not this shit. Please, not this shit. And I moved to the next slide. I'm like, it better not be about Wonka. And they were like, yep, surprise, it's a Golden Ticket perfume. So, Elaine, Golden Ticket is your escape route to a different dimension. When life is less serious and colors drip brighter and the smells are so wonderfully potent, you can almost taste them. Steeped with golden mate. That's probably not how you say that. Black tea, green tea, and bergamot. This magical, dare we say mystical, scent sprays light and settles with a musky blend of amber and incense. Spill the tea, but don't waste a drop. It's like a tea scented.
Oh no. Did we bring this on ourselves because we created a whole lore where Wonka...
Shit, how did I even forget about that?
Perfume. There's something about high-end Wonka-inspired products. Like, when they cost a lot of money, I start to get confused. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just feels
it's like
weird that a Wonka thing would be so expensive and have so much thought put into it for, like, a perfume. If it was some kind of other collector's item, you know, like
something
directly from the film... Yeah, like
it is odd when they're like
or something like
that.
I get
Valenci
that,
Wonka,
but like a perfume,
Valenci Wonka.
Valenci Wonka. Did you just call
Valenci Wonka?
Did you just? Oh, that's good. Oh, I love that.
So I guess that's my intro. Hi everybody, welcome to Wonka Watch. You know what we're doing today? It's another one of the goddamn Roald Dahl extraneous books. One of those books they made about Roald Dahl and his books. Those books about the books that we've covered about 6 of. And I thought, we're done. And then I found these old notes from fucking January that I wrote. January of last year. Not this year. Last year I wrote these. So I don't remember a thing.
A year ago. Over a year ago.
Over a year ago. And today we're covering The Missing Golden Ticket, which is about why and how he wrote the book.
Not about a missing bottle of perfume.
No, not about a missing bottle of perfume. So, welcome to Wonka Watch. This is a podcast where we cover Wonka. I'm going to be honest, we're both a little out of it. I had a big Easter meal. And you know when you eat one of those and your brain feels broken for the next 24 hours?
Yeah,
that's where I'm at. But I'm powering through.
I think I'm coming down from a little hypomania, and now I'm depressed a little bit. Or a lot of it. It fluctuates. So we're in a woo.
It remains to be seen.
It remains to be if you believe to be seen. Me and therapy on Tuesday.
So don't get left behind. Things appear quite strange now. Imagine the wonders you'll find.
Anyway, this podcast, we learned that there's a prequel in the making starring Timothy Chalamet, and we are counting down to the Wonka Rapture when the prequel releases. But along the way, we're talking about everything Wonkaverse. My name's Elaine, and that angelic voice over there
is and all I've received.
Felicia.
I know every word to that song. I don't know if I've ever revealed that on the podcast, that I know the entirety of It Must Be Believed to Be Seen by heart, I do know it all. It was on my genuine playlist for months.
Didn't it make your, like, Spotify Wrapped at the end? Yeah.
It did! It was in,
which
like, my
is
top 10, I think.
Brain rot. That you went too deep.
Yeah. I feel like that perked me up. I'm Felicia. Hi. Welcome to Wonka.
What?
I know you already did the intro.
What? Town crier? Pray tell.
Beep, 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 beep.
The fax machine has released a statement. Let us all read it together now.
From Timothy Chalamet to Tech Bros, why men are suddenly embracing the bracelet. This is on here because it's one of the funniest headlines I've ever gotten. We're talking about fucking bracelets today, guys.
You know, the necklace for your hands.
I'm gonna read it once again, just because it's one of the funniest. I'm doing it again. From Timothy Chalamet to Tech Bros, why men are suddenly embracing the bracelet. The question on everybody's lips. This is written by The Guardian. It's from The Guardian, written by Chloe McDonnell. And I'm going to be honest, this is not about Timothy Chalamet at all. He gets mentioned maybe in one sentence, but the title made me laugh, and the article was recent, and it was interesting. So we're talking about bracelet significance amongst the upper class today, boys. Basically, the main meat of the article, this is the subtitle. Be it homemade or designer, how the bracelet became a must-have accessory. Brocelet is disgusting. Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, don't ever say brocelet to me. The majority of the article is about King Charles's choice of wearing a bracelet in his formal portrait and how it represents his commitment to ecological issues. I didn't know anything about that.
Okay.
So who knew? Fascinating. I also read the title of this article, which again is From Timothy Chalamet to Tech Bros, Why Men Are Suddenly Embracing the Bracelet, just in case you forgot in the last 5 seconds. I just feel like it needs a reminder. I read that and I said, I know Kendall Roy from Succession will be mentioned, and nary 2 paragraphs in, a Kendall Roy mention was dropped. Not even as a significant moment, just as a side thing. Here's another quote. Where the bro goes, the brocelet follows. They are particularly beloved by both bankers in boardrooms to tech bros in Silicon Valley, who see a bracelet as a wily power move, stacking them next to an Apple Watch. Many of these bracelets have a philanthropic connection, too, that chime well with their wearers who prefer to skirt around social issues surrounding capitalism. Absolve your crimes with a bracelet.
Yeah.
Would Willy Wonka wear a bracelet? He would not call it a bracelet, and I don't think he would. Also, just
the idea that
it would annoy him, and it would get in the chocolate.
Have to call it a bracelet.
They interviewed a guy who specializes in leather and macrame upper class bracelets. Robert Tatiosian, managing director of Tatiosian. He said, it is a very carefully planned purchase. Its customers range from 18 to 80 years old. They are not coming in because they see a piece featured on a billboard or in a magazine. They are more on a discovery journey. So so for a rich man, a bracelet is akin to a middle-aged woman finding herself in Bali. This is their Brene Brown. Men don't go to therapy. They just need a bracelet.
I was just thinking, like, this is going to revolutionize the market, right? Instead of having Claire's, we're going to now also have Claude's, where you can go to Claude's and get your bracelets.
He says, some men spend over 2 hours in my store reviewing with the salesperson the most appropriate bracelet to buy or the best stack to build. God. I'm not going to clown on them, but I am going to clown on them. To represent me being a good person and to absolve any labor concerns about my company, I, Jeffrey Bezos, shall now be wearing 2 leather bracelets. And that's not a joke. That was in the article. He does wear some.
Yeah, that's not...
So, I don't know. Again, the title, From Timothy Chalamet to Tech Bros, Why Men Are Suddenly Embracing the Bracelet. It's not really related to Wonka Watch. Timothy Chalamet was literally mentioned once in the article. They put him in for the SEO, and it did work because we are talking about it. But the article was interesting. Did make me giggle.
Yeah, you know, that brought something to me, and I hope for all the men listening to this podcast out there, just know that you're allowed to wear bracelets now. It's cool,
but only if you call it a bracelet.
Otherwise,
and men out there who are thinking about going to therapy, don't get a bracelet.
Get a bracelet.
It apparently does this.
Shove your emotions back into that deep down.
They are not coming in because they see a piece featured on a billboard or in a magazine. They are more on a discovery journey. I know what he meant, but it feels like so finding yourself in midlife.
It really does.
All right. The Missing Golden Ticket by Roald Dahl.
Yay! I'm so excited. Tell me more.
I don't know how much of this we reported on. So basically, we did the mini episode before the novel was the novel. Back in episode, I think, 12 or 13. Like, this was long ago. And I know I covered some of this in that, But I'm going to be honest, we probably forgot about half of it. So if I realize there's anything that I don't think we covered, or I think we covered, I won't talk about it. But we are going to talk about some of this. So, this is called How Roald Dahl Started Writing Charlie's Chocolate Factory. And this is just a big quote from him about it. So we're just going to jump right in because I don't know. Normally I say when this book was published, do we care? You can Google it.
Yeah, you guys pick up some of the slack here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We do so much.
I do so much goddamn research for this podcast. And I wrote this back in January. I'm not putting in any effort. So anyway, here's what he says about writing it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory took me a terribly long time to write. The first time I did it, I got everything wrong. I wrote a story about a little boy who was going around a chocolate factory and he accidentally fell into a big tub of melted chocolate and got sucked into a machine that made chocolate figures and he couldn't get out. It was a splendid big chocolate figure, a chocolate boy the same size as him. And it was Easter time, and the figure was put in a shop window, and in the end a lady came in and bought it as an Easter present for her little girl and carried it home. On Easter Day, the little girl opened the box with a present in it and took it out, and she decided to eat some of it. She would start with the head, she thought. I think we read this. We talked about this, right?
Probably. I don't know. To be honest, it's been like 65 episodes since then. I think it's fair if we end up repeating something, right? Dear God, how are we supposed to remember it? I highly doubt anyone else is going to have that top of mind. But I do remember there being the horrifying thing where there was a version of this book where he's sucked into like a chocolate thing and the girl goes to eat him and then he appears.
And there's a human underneath.
Yeah. What else happened? Like, how did does it say what happens after he's revealed?
No. I think that was the version where he eventually goes to Wonka's house and stops some robbers.
Wow, I forgot about
that
part.
And Wonka gives him a factory because he stops the intruders, and Wonka had, like, a wife and kids.
Ew. Wow.
Anyway, yeah, you summed it up, but the story wasn't good enough. I rewrote it, and the little tentacles kept shooting out from my head, searching for new ideas, and at last one of them came back to Mr. Willy Wonka and his marvelous chocolate factory, and then came Charlie, and yada, yada, yada. Here we go. Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory recipe.
Ooh.
There's an recipe. That's not the word. There's an actual recipe for strawberry flavored chocolate coated fudge.
Oh my goodness.
Strawberry. What was that? What was the fucking Calm Sleep story? Strawberry flavored chocolate coated buckets.
Oh my gosh.
Chocolate coated strawberry buckets.
Yeah, there was some horrible like that.
Pissed us
something
off.
Like that. I don't remember, but it hurt.
I don't remember either. By the way, so few people have talked about the Wonka Sleep Calm story that when I look up photos of it, our podcast comes up almost before Calm does.
I love that.
Because no one knows it exists.
I hope Calm feels threatened. Calm
feels threatened by us. Hire us to have the least calming audio.
Yes. We'll do anxiety-inducing so that they want your product more. We make them anxious.
Anxiety-inducing, calm-inducing chocolate-coated fudge buckets. Yeah. Anyway, here's a list of Roald Dahl's favorite things. So this is a greater list of the things on his desk.
Oh, God.
You remember the desk that you didn't like?
I will never forget him having a femur on his desk and using his hip to open, like his magnetic hip to open his filing cabinets.
He would like hook his hip. He was fucking weird.
It hurts. It hurts.
So these were the things he kept. He had a ball of silver chocolate wrappers, a small model of a Hurricane fighter plane, his hip bone, a photo of his granddaughter Sophie, a golf ball-sized meteorite, his father's silver and tortoiseshell paper knife, a solar-powered music box, a carving of a green grasshopper, a mauve bottle filled with gristle from his spine removed during an operation, and a cone from a cedar tree.
That's the most normal. That's actually, like, pleasant. A cone from a cedar tree. Everything else.
Yes.
Why?
Roald Dahl also kept an idea book where he just jotted down quick ideas and shit, and the original idea that sparked Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was, what about a chocolate factory that makes fantastic and marvelous things with a crazy man running it?
Whoa.
So that's that.
Whoa.
They also threw in some random Roald Dahl shit. He was interested in 19th and 20th century painting, 18th century English furniture, gardening, orchids, music, wine, good food, chocolate, and gambling.
Gambling?
One of these things is not like
I
the
wonder what his
other.
gambling game of choice was. Perhaps craps? The slots?
Who knows?
Blackjack?
Well, I think it may be explained in a second. There's actually more. Beethoven, football, yellow. Okay.
The concept or the color? You know what I mean? Like, the color yellow
know.
I like,
Yeah.
or just the idea of yellow is exciting and intriguing to me.
Did he like answering the phone with yellow? I mean, there's so many options. Medical inventions, breeding homing budgies, golf, conkers, rugby, onions, the smell of bacon frying, and racing greyhounds. So I
Onions.
think we know what the gambling is
Yellow,
related to.
breeding. What was he breeding?
Homing budgies.
What's a homing budgie?
I think it's a budgie who's homing.
On a brocelet?
Yeah, they're the primary purchasers of Brocelets.
Oh, yes.
I
that
keep
demographic.
thinking it's Broslit. S-L-I-T. Every time I say it, and it disgusts me every time.
Broslut. But if you try to emphasize it more, it's slut. Broslut.
Roald Dahl apparently once said that if he was a headmaster, he would get rid of history and have a chocolate teacher instead.
We're gonna get rid of history?
Yeah, history.
We're gonna get rid of history? No. If
Yeah.
we're gonna get rid of anything, it's not gonna be history.
Right now, what school subject would you axe?
Oh, I would get rid of
Any of these options are bad. But you know what?
Like,
I'm going to say it's science.
Science in general, get rid of it. We don't need it.
to know it.
You know what? Honestly, I feel like health classes are not set up for success, and if anything, at least back in my day,
No, I
they are
agree.
actively harmful.
It's a fucking cop-out answer, but I agree.
I was like, until they actually talk about mental health and actual safety things, and they don't. I feel like there's a lot of negative versions of health classes out there. Honestly, scrap it until you get it right.
I wish I had done that answer, but I felt it was a cop-out, which is why I said science. I don't believe science should be eradicated. Let me clarify. Hi, my name's Felicia. I don't believe science should be eradicated. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, and I'm not a flat earther. I believe the earth is round.
But I do believe in brocelets.
But I do believe in brocelets and the power of the brocelet.
Brocelet.
Where's the science on that?
Yeah, where's your science?
Scientists?
Where's your science on that? I don't think it's existing.
Tell me a peer-reviewed
We don't
study
need
on
that.
the power of the brocelet.
Where's my doctorate in broceletry?
Broceletry?
Broceletry. Whoa, what a fun summer that could be. But,
I love American Pie. No, I love Superbad. That's what it is. Elaine Roald Dahl once had a tame pet magpie.
Oh. Wow. Bird.
And his childhood nickname was Apple.
No, what kind of fucking nickname is Apple? Apple?
All of the people
Apple.
who are nicknamed Apple as a child just turned off the podcast.
We just lost.
Like, and it turns out everyone who listened to our podcast had the nickname Apple as a kid, which is
That's why.
fucking crazy.
Wait, everyone, tag yourself. What kind of apple are you? I'm golden delicious. What are you, Felicia?
I'm a Granny Smith because sometimes I'm a little sour.
Oh, but
And I'm an old granny.
Take the poison apple. You bite into it, and a brocelet is there, and that's how they're created.
I don't like. Every time you say it, it never sounds better.
It just.
How are Brocelets born?
Apple doll.
His other nickname, Roald Dahl, was 6'5", just for reference.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Intriguing. Okay.
And Walt Disney called him Stalky because he couldn't pronounce his name. We technically pronounce it wrong, but we know that.
We know that, and we accept that.
I can call him Roald Dahl if I want to, but I won't.
We would all hate you,
He faked appendicitis to get sent home from boarding school because he was homesick. He fooled the people at school, and his home doctor called him out on it. So,
Oh, man. Stupid Apple a day didn't work, Apple. You fucked up. He faked
wow.
appendicitis,
Okay, I
Jesus.
forgot about this. Woofa doofa. So they put in Roald Dahl's report cards, and these are fucking insane. So apparently during his Easter term when he was 15 years old, his English composition report card said, a persistent muddler, vocabulary negligible, sentences malconstructed. He reminds me of a camel.
What?
What would possess you to write that about a 15-year-old?
Why would you write that about a camel? Why would you write that about? Yeah, what is that insinuating? Retaining all the knowledge like water in a camel's hump? Just barely surviving this desert we call academia?
Summer term, age 16, English composition. This boy is an indolent and illiterate member of the class. God damn.
Wow, these report cards
Maybe we have gotten soft.
Maybe we have.
I never met anyone who so persistently wrote words meaning the exact opposite of what he obviously intended. Rather dazed. Better lately. Might work harder. He should think things out more.
Oh, why are these all like internal voices I've had throughout my life?
Ideas limited. Consistently idle. Too pleased with himself. He's so large that it's often difficult to remember how young he is. He often tries to hide behind he often tries to hide idleness behind a veil of stupidity. Shit.
These are wild. Oh my gosh. This is a teen. This is a child.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Well, that's horrible.
Those are from when he was a senior.
Let's see. Oh my god. He's so tall, I forget. That's Stocky Apple Camel.
You're like, how did this weird adult get in my class? Oh, that's right. It's Stocky.
Yeah, like that just seems unrelated to his academics. That was just a burn for the sake of it. You know, like that had nothing to do here. How's he doing in algebra? Not him and his whole fucking character in a report card. Oh my gosh.
There was also Charlie's quiz, and I'm not going to ask you all of these. I'm just going to ask any that are interesting so we don't have a repeat of 2 weeks ago. So Elaine,
bless. Yeah.
What sort of coat does Willy Wonka wear?
I mean like the long tailored coat, buttons, trench coat, waistcoat. I don't know. You know what? I know what it looks.
A tailcoat made of plum-colored velvet. And I think that's the best question.
What if Wonka had a bracelet?
Moving on.
Chocolate
there was an
bracelets.
alternate ending for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Elaine.
Oh, did they all die in the elevator?
This was the ending.
Okay.
The shop has been finished now, and it is the most beautiful chocolate shop in the world. It occupies a whole block in the center of the city, and is 9 stories high. Inside it, there are moving staircases and elevators to take the customers up and down, and no less than 100 ladies, all dressed in spotless gold and chocolate uniforms. The chapter is called Charlie's Chocolate Shop. I didn't think it was that important to read, but apparently he does not give that context, so this is Charlie's Chocolate Shop.
Gotcha.
I didn't know he had, like, go-go girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are no less than 100 ladies, all dressed in spotless gold and chocolate uniforms, are there to serve behind the counters. They will sell you anything you want, from a single little bluebird's egg with a tiny sugary bird inside of it, to a life-size chocolate elephant with huge curvy tusks and a chocolate elephant driver sitting on its back. And Charlie Bucket, coming home from school in the evenings, nearly always brings along with him about 20 or 30 of his friends, and tells them that they can choose anything they want for free. It's my shop! Just help yourselves!
Economically, I feel like Wonka would have some problems with that, unless this is just 9 stories? 9 stories? That's wild. That's tall. That's too tall for a chocolate build. That's exhausting. That's a day. That's a whole day's journey to explore a 9-story chocolate candy shop.
Yeah, it's giving very the Weasley Wizard Wheezes, which I've thought about talking about as a cheap ripoff of Wonka.
Mm-hmm. That made me tired thinking about that. It did
make me tired. It was fine. I think it made more sense as an ending. I wouldn't have hated that ending.
I wouldn't have hated it either. Like, it's like, oh, you actually get to see...
blocked us off from Glass Elevator.
Yeah, dear God.
I don't know why it was only women who manned the cashiers.
Why wasn't Charlie's Chocolate Shop the sequel? That would have been a great name. Willy Wonka,
it would have been
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And it also doesn't seem like he really runs it or is involved. He just kind of shows up and is like, I own this place, bitch, and get back to work.
The general manager of the store, though, he's hired Augustus Gloop.
Oh,
hello, it is me, Augustus. Would you like to try the chocolate elephant?
I love him.
I love him so much. You little baby.
Honestly, that's half the reason that I didn't want to cover the video was because it was mean to Augustus. And I was like, don't even come for my son.
You leave him alone.
Leave it alone. He's been through enough.
He just deserves a hug and a nice little beanbag and some friendship, you know? That's what
I'm going to be honest, Elaine. That's kind of all I had.
It's good.
I thought there were more notes. Granted, I wrote this a year and a half ago, so I thought there were more notes. Do I have anything else hanging out in my stupid Wonka Watch notebook we haven't yet covered? Let me see.
I love that. Let's see. What random horrible things have I noted in my phone over the years? Because I have some notes here. I have tracking my bipolar, which I've been meaning to do for 2 years now and just started today.
I love that. I'm proud of you. We got an email. We can cover this.
Oh, I love it.
So this episode is the missing golden ticket and other things that we've had lying around for a bit.
Dusting off the shelves.
Dusting off the shelves. This is actually
spring cleaning. We're spring cleaning Wonka Watch. And this is what we're
Wonka Watch.
Oh man.
Pretend that was the idea from the start.
Yes.
Hi. Okay. So our dedicated listener, Amy, as they describe themselves in this email, sent us some chats they had with the Willy Wonka AI we cooked up about Puppet Wonka specifically.
Oh, Puppet Wonka.
And,
I love him.
And Wonka says here, they said, Willy, is that Puppet Wonka in the corner of the chocolate room? I'm frightened by how long he is. And Wonka responded, shh, don't tell anyone I said this, but between you and me, he's not really a puppet. Those are some of my first experiments, early versions of the humans you see today. Shh. Now do try to keep your voice down. This is something we cannot let the world know for obvious reasons. Anyways, don't let that distract you from this lovely chocolate I have here. Try some. Go on. Give it a taste.
So we're all like stressed about AI and androids. But what we should be stressed about is the Wonka chocolate army he's creating. I love the amount of shh. he's like, shh, don't tell anybody. Shh, don't worry. Shh, shh. Eat this chocolate instead. Go on, try some. Do it. Eat the chocolate. Do it now.
Eat him. Eat him? I don't know why I said that. I don't know what happened.
Eat him.
Why did I say that? Why did I say eat him?
I didn't make him for you.
I didn't make him for you.
This is like
let's get the Rocky Horror Picture in the back.
Yes.
I love Rocky Horror Picture Show so much. Rocky Horror Picture Show and Wonka, the plot's not that different. Now, here's my theory.
I love
just
this.
A theory.
I love this. Spring cleaning.
Well, I don't know. Frankenfurter and Wonka would get along great, is what I'm saying.
I feel like it'd be a love-hate relationship. They'd be friends, but they argue all the time. They would argue all the time. It would almost be toxic, but then they're like, no, we're really good friends. You know?
Yeah. I think Willy Wonka, our AI chatbot, has had 698 messages exchanged with him. That is so many more than I thought it would be.
Wow. Everyone's chatting him up. That's crazy.
Somebody ask him out on a date. He needs to get out of the house.
Please.
Our son is so lonely. It's so sad.
Okay, here. We would love to, we've gathered everyone here today because we think that our son deserves the perfect match. So if you like cats, please raise your hand. Okay, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here.
If you're French, I don't even want to hear it.
No. Cereal? Do you eat cereal for breakfast? You dirty, fucking, disgusting person. Get out of here. We don't need that. Our son deserves better.
We had another email from our listener, Kira, who contacted us that you can purchase an Apple Watch Wonka Chocolate 3D smartwatch band.
Jesus.
So there is a real Wonka Watch, guys.
Amazing.
And they got an ad for it. So thank you for bringing us to that attention.
Thank you. Wait, I'm sorry. A Wonka bracelet that can tell time?
Wonka bracelet?
A Wonka
Do they make a Wonka
bracelet?
bracelet? Wonka bracelet.
God, I bet they do. I bet Etsy has some cute shit on that. Hold the phone.
Bitch, they have an Alex and Annie.
Shut the
Do you know
fuck
those
up.
Alex and I'm not
I
kidding.
applied for an internship there many moons ago.
Look up Willy Wonka, Alex and Annie.
This is gonna ruin my life.
The Disney ones were all the rage. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, wait, why are these not bad? This is wild.
They're okay, they have a Wonka bar one, they have a Willy Wonka Veruca one, they have a Violet one.
They're on sale, Felicia.
Yeah, they're only $19.
And hey, I might be entering the depression, but the wave of mania is still floating about. And a girl loves
Is this
to fill
what
up a
you guys
credit
want
card.
us to spend our hard-earned buy me a coffee dollars on? Our Alex and Ani Wonka bracelets?
They're all severely on sale. They used to be
Alex
all
and Ani
$44.
Wonka bracelets.
Now they're $19.97. If there was a
Timothy
Fickle Grubber
Chalamet should
one,
wear the Snosberries one to the premiere.
he should bring that
No, he should wear the
bracelet.
Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory beaded charm bangle.
With color schemes that don't really fit Wonka, but you know,
Very
blue-
America.
Very America. If you hover over the photo, if it just shows the bracelet, but if you hover over it, it's a woman wearing like a picnic checkered red shirt. Like she's about to go to the 4th of July and rep Wonka. It was to
Do they
rep-
have
it
some
was for
flavor
the
text?
50th anniversary. Okay, that explains that.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
so
so
that would
that's
be why.
why. I love the idea of someone getting engaged like with this everlasting gobstopper. Like, I love this
I
everlasting.
like the Snosberries one. Is that bad that I like the Snosberries one?
It's not. I kind of like the like golden chocolate bar. The Snosberries is so good though.
There's something classy about it.
It is, and it's one of those, I love products that, like, if you're in the fandom, you know what it is, but outside of it, people just kind of enjoy it, and, like, they don't fully know what it is. I love subtle things like that, and I feel like the Snosberries taste like Snosberries. Like, people know that quote, but it's not, like,
Create
directly
a
in your
stack
face.
of Wonka bars to throw in an Oompa Loompa for a surprising twist.
Whoa. Whoa.
I can't believe they had a whole Alex and Ani collection and no one told us.
I know. Yeah. Wow. This week's Wonka Watch now is about the Wonka bracelets and bracelets. Let's look up Wonka on I was looking at our topic dump section. Felicia and I, we have a topic dump area in our Notion where we just throw any and all ideas for episodes in there, and there's some that we will probably never ever do. But I did read one was like, at some point we're going to rank the Wonka candies, but I read it as ranking the Wonka candles, as though there was more than one Wonka candle, which really had me interested in Wonka candles.
Do you think they ever made a Wonka sex toy? You don't need to answer that.
I'm trying so hard not to Google right now because I know the answer is yes, but my next question is
I know they have.
how?
That's the thing.
Right? Like,
and is it in the worst way possible? The answer is probably yes. Like, it's probably about something we don't want it to be about. I feel like we've done this Google before.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I won't get too graphic, but Etsy has a Gene Wilder Willy Wonka dildo, and I have no
What?
image. I just see here. I'll.
You need to see this amazing.
This is literally gonna be the wild. I have it's really not like that graphic, so I'm gonna show it to you. It should hopefully not be like disturbing, but like Jesus Christ, if this isn't insane,
It won't be disturbing.
It won't be disturbing.
Elaine, I know what a dildo looks like.
No, but like you don't know what this one looks like.
Does it have like does it have a bow tie?
It's literally. It looks like it was made in The Sims.
I didn't add it yet.
delicately. Imagine upside down. The boots are I can't even begin to explain how wild this.
It looks like a VeggieTales character.
It looks like a VeggieTales character. That does not.
It looks like a pogo stick.
To be clear, there is no face. There is just the hair, the top hat, not on the head. You know what I mean? A little purple coat, a yellow bow tie, and then the feet area is just a nice lavender. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
We all have our art, you know? And this person has found their art. Custom 3D printing and design. I don't know what... But I think they're supposed to be funny, but I think they also, like what...
Are they real?
Portable...
I mean, I guess... Elaine, we need to...
I know, we're done. We're
off Wonka related. If
we
see
are.
another
I'm
Willy
losing my
Wonka...
mind. I just hate that was... Anyway, that is what we
Well, that's the
learned.
best answer I could have ever imagined.
It really was.
I never predicted you would find that.
Neither did I.
Wow. I got a stomach ache out of excitement.
Spring cleaning. Wow. It's when you clean, a lot of dust pops up and then it gets in your sinuses, and I feel like that's how I feel after
genuinely
that.
feel like I'm going to shit my pants.
Hot.
So I'm going to go really quick.
Love it.
And I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I've in the 70 episodes, never once have I felt like I'm about to shit my pants on record. So I'll be back.
Oh man, I'm depressed. And that's pretty great, I'd say. For it means I'm so blessed. My brain chemicals, they don't know what to do, and so sometimes they turn on me and they say, "You're gonna feel real blue." Oh, so blue. Oh, so blue. And there's Felicia right there.
Hey everybody,
Fresh.
it's me, Felicia. I'm back from the bar with a nice whiskey on the rocks. I love drink.
And I'm over here smoking a cigarette, a tube of tobacco, like a cool kid, drinking my vodka on the rocks. I cheers you with your whiskey rock neat. And then I start crying uncontrollably at the bar because I can't handle my emotions.
Wow.
Ooh, delicious. Well, you know, anyway.
I love that.
I love it for me, too. I love that journey for us. Well, I don't. Does that about cover it for spring cleaning?
I don't know. I feel like if we have one or maybe one more thing would be good, but I don't know if I have anything, so I'm not going to hold us to that. Wonka pinball machine exists.
Well,
we have it on maybe. Basically, there's a place about 45 minutes from me that does have one, and one day I may make it out there. Our lovely listener, Zach Barr, did give us an entire database of the pinball machine locations. We may have talked about this in Listener Palooza. I don't remember. But it's okay. I don't care, because I do still think about the pinball machines frequently, and I will one day make it up there. I believe in myself.
I have somewhat easy access to a pinball museum, and I wonder if there's anything
you should take a
there.
look on the database.
I should. I feel kind of like going on a random road trip. I just came back from visiting my friends. I just kind of want to pile in my Kia and run away from everything. And that seems like a solid thing, because then I'm going on purpose. I'm not dramatically, I don't know, driving at night to the beach to scream at the ocean as the cold wind whips through my hair.
You're doing it, but you planned beforehand.
I planned it beforehand, and it's for the podcast, so then it has purpose. Oh, man. Well...
Did we do predictions? Maybe we, think about our predictions for a second while we're afforded time.
I don't think mine are going to be any better.
No, I have one.
Okay, awesome.
I think a Wonka, at least teaser, will be played before the Barbie movie, and I believe that solidly in my heart of hearts.
Have you said that before?
I don't think I've said that.
I think you've joked about it.
I don't think I've said before the Barbie movie.
Mm-hmm.
Have I?
Mm-hmm. You might not have said it maybe as a prediction, Maybe you haven't made it an official prediction. We
I'll
talked
open
about
up
it.
the goddamn spreadsheet, Elaine.
Amazing. I hope it's not on there because it should be an official prediction.
No hits for Barbie. So that's
Amazing.
one from me.
Stunning. My prediction is that someone will make a cheeky reference to Roald Dahl himself in the movie.
Okay.
Might be roundabout, but I think there'll be some little hint of like, oh, that was Roald Dahl, specific. It's weak. I don't want it to happen. I don't think it'll happen. And yet at the same time, I love a Easter egg.
CGI him in like Stanley.
That would be a lot of money for a short
Roald Dahl jump scare.
Small reward, I feel like. A Roald Dahl jump scare? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I love that. A Roald Dahl jump scare.
He could.
He could. Our next episode is getting a Ouija board and we summon Roald Dahl's spirit. Can you imagine?
Get back in the house.
Stocky Apple Camel. That's wild. That's wild.
I feel like
stuff.
I want to give a better one that's like more off the cuff.
You were so excited about taking time to think it.
Well, I don't know. Then you waffled a bit, so I'm going to blame it on you.
That's fair.
I'm doing the thing where I just look around my room and I'm like, peanut butter, is that anything?
Jinx Monsoon will dress as Willy Wonka.
You're right. A few people are going to do it. Do you think they're going to... No, they won't sponsor drag queens. Not in this climate. Because they're fucking cowards.
You're too afraid.
I don't know. I don't think I have anything.
Well, I think you had a good prediction.
I'm going to say this. A meme template will spawn from the movie. I don't think I predicted that.
Okay, that's solid. 8 months, 3 days, 3 hours, and 44 minutes to go, Felicia. Yep. We're like a month pregnant. Like, we're shorter than a pregnancy at this point. We're within a pregnancy time frame. The Wonka prequel is the size of a green bean. Have you come across people who have the app when they get pregnant, and each week it'll tell them what vegetable or fruit?
I don't know people who are pregnant.
Well, I didn't want to assume. But okay, this is the thing that'll happen. People in your life, when they decide to have children, if they decide, every person gets this app that will tell you what vegetable or fruit size your child is at certain stages. So it'll be like a lima bean, an eggplant.
I do want everyone to know we have a countdown until the movie releases on our main homepage. Elaine didn't know that off the top of her head.
I didn't know that off the top of my head. I knew that off the top of my head. I didn't say it, probably. Oh, I see now. I thought you meant I didn't know that we had it on our Notion. I was like, I know it's on our Notion. Yeah, no, sorry. I see now.
You didn't know the minute when the movie was coming out.
That would be wild if I knew it was exactly 8 months, 3 days, 3 hours, 43 minutes to go. I would be too deep. It's because I have my Wonka Brocelets watch on. And it only
only a countdown. I kind of love that. That's kind of iconic.
That so much. Oh
so
my gosh.
if you guys want to help us make it to the premiere, share it with your friends, because let's be honest, right now we're not making it.
Please.
I hold out hope, but it's looking a little slim.
We're gonna have
if y'all want to share, we'll have to throw our own premiere party for ourselves and rent out a movie theater so we can watch it in silence.
Like, hear me out. Part of me loves the idea of us just going amongst the masses, but we've dressed up, we have a notebook, and we're going into this movie with just like casual people who are like, I don't know what to do on my Friday night, but we're there. So like, there's something horribly beautiful about that as an experience. Like, that's what this all led up to.
Interviews from people leaving, be like, don't tell us anything, but what are your thoughts?
And they're like, what? I'm like, I don't know,
I genuinely thought, how the fuck are we going to do this if we don't get a screener? And I think we have to rent out a movie theater and ask them to play it quietly into our headphones. I genuinely think that's our biggest option.
Oh my gosh. Please get us to the premiere, guy. A premiere. It doesn't have to be the premiere, but
the thing is I don't even want to watch the movie in the premiere because I want to record how we feel about it while we watch it.
It's the hard part. World. It's like we have to watch.
We have to leave. We go to the red carpet and then we leave. I don't know. This is a logistical thing we need to talk about off the air.
This gets so stressful every time I think about it, which is hilarious to be stressed about something that's really not a thing. You know what I mean? It's stupid, but I am stressed.
Anyway, yeah, so share with your friends. It'll help us.
Share. Word of mouth is the best way to get the podcast stuff out there.
Yep. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Wonka Watch. Wasn't this a doozy?
Thank you so
for
much.
Putting in the time.
Genuinely, that was just pure adoration for us.
Treated by the knowledge about the Willy Wonka dildo, as it's called, Wonka's Willy.
Yeah. Yes.
We never mentioned that it was called Wonka's Willy.
Yes.
Slap your bracelets together. Oh, disgusting! Actually,
didn't like that following the Wonka dildo. That was unfortunate timing. That was a real bummer.
I don't even know what I was trying to say. I think I was
slap your bracelets together like a high five, but with the wrists.
I think I was thinking about like clap your hands together, and it turned to slap your bracelets together.
Slap your bracelets together.
That's so fucking gross.
That was wild. Oh my god,
so visceral.
Ew, I feel weird.
If you want to follow us, which you can do so on Instagram and TikTok at Wonka Watch. And if you want to send us an email, you can do so at wonkarapture@gmail.com. And if you want to support the podcast monetarily, you can go over to buymeacoffee.com/Wonka Watch, where we have a fun little monthly membership, and you can pop on there and learn about TJ Wonka and our opinions on him and some other weird bullshit that we've done. And if you put your money in, we'll do a little song.
Well, yeah, you get a little pizzazz.
A little bitty.
You get a little certificate, too. Your little Wonka diploma.
Certificate.
Yeah.
It's very Scholar fun. Diploma. It's a fun time over there.
We have giggles abound.
We have a good time. So, is that it? Have I done all the things I'm supposed to say?
I think you did. This episode, truly, if we had to, top 5
rank
reasons
on levels of important.
This is not. I
mean, this episode was more about the bracelet than it was about Wonka,
really,
honestly.
I mean, that changed my life.
Extensively about the bracelet.
It started
every time I say it still feels awful. I hate it, actually.
Bracelet.
The bracelets. Well, anyway, the bracelets are important. They're clearly not important.
But they have stayed.
I'm going to be honest. The Willy Wonka dildo kind of felt important, but it's not that important.
Right? Like a little important.
It felt revelatory.
Yes.
It felt like I spoke it into existence a little bit.
A little scary. I just hate that it was the first thing that popped up when I Googled that. And it was from Etsy. I don't know why. That just felt way too personal.
Everybody, raise your bracelets to the sky.
And slap them together.
Slap them together. It's not that important.
Might suppression?
Bye.
Not that important. It's fine.